This week, we are talking about first the message that the universe not so nicely delivered to me, and then also the oracle card that I pulled for this month, which is called Peaceful Prosperity, and how we can use that to get to the root of some of the fear that might be stopping us from living up to our fullest potential, and then how we can cultivate the calm for your own sense of comfort and confidence. So stick around. Hey there, my sister, my friend. Welcome to the Dr. Tanya B podcast with me, Dr. Tanya B. I am here to help you be your best, most authentic self, your life, your way. We're going to talk everything self-care, self-love, mindset, and personal growth with a splash of hippie woo. I am proud of you for giving yourself this time today, so let's not waste time and let's dig in. My sister, my friends, if you caught the episode a couple of weeks ago, you already know that the universe hand-delivered me a very special message. And that message was to take a break, to slow down, and to listen to my own damn message. I went down pretty hard, first with the flu and then with pneumonia. It really sucked. It really, really sucked. But I was able to find some good in all of that. And that is that I had to stop. Literally for a week, I did not do anything. And then I spent the next week slowly building back up. I was able to take some time for me. I was able to take care of myself. I got a massage. I actually did some deep cleaning around the house, which is not a thing that happens very often. And then I also was able to get some new holiday decorations that make me really happy. I'm sharing all of this because I want you to hear me say that I preach this shit to you. Set your boundaries, make yourself a priority, take the time to rest, take care of yourself. And I had zero intention of slowing down. I had zero intention of taking care of myself. And I am always thinking about what is the next thing that I need to work on, that I need to improve on, that I need to put effort into. And so I was forced to stop and listen. So now that I'm through it, I am happy to have received that message. I'm also very happy that I am through it. And that also I've had some time to slow down and take care of myself. So that was great. And then what we're going to talk about for this month is that we're going to focus on a continuation from last month. So it's a continuation, but with a newer and deeper kick. So in November, we focused on maybe creating some non-traditional holidays and recognizing the pressure, releasing the expectations, and embracing the calm. This month, we're going to continue to build on that by listening to an oracle card that I pulled for us. And of course, we're going to sprinkle in some gratitude. You know, I talk about gratitude a lot, but at this time of year especially, I think it's important for us to create an awareness here because that is what's going to keep you grounded and centered and in a positive mindset so that all of the rest of the work that we have to do won't feel so hard. So let's get started with the oracle card. I am using my favorite deck, Angelic Lightwork by Elena Fairchild. And if you have spent any time with me, you know I love this deck and you know that it always hits so hard for better or for worse. So when I asked, what do we need to hear this month as a collective, I was given the card Peaceful Prosperity. Peaceful prosperity. My initial feeling on this was really to focus on the word prosperity, which often is surrounded in money and finances. And so I was thinking about the reality of Christmas or the holidays or whatever it is that you celebrate in terms of gift giving and party hosting and party attending and get-togethers and the financial burden that all of that can be. And so what I think this was about buckling up and not feeling the ruthless need to spend, or it's about creating a feeling of freedom and releasing the guilt associated with the spending. Maybe not. Once I sat with the card for a little bit, I sort of came to terms with the fact that I really brushed past the word peaceful. And so I think that means that I missed the real focus on what is the gist of the prosperity, right? And so this could be about money and finances, but I think that it's more likely about fear and releasing fear in order to find a sense of peace in our abundance. That fear might stem from finances, or it might be about the current political landscape, the hate and the fear-mongering that is generated on both sides of politics, and God forbid, whatever it is you're picking up from social media and the news surrounding the politics. It could also be about your relationships. What is lacking in those relationships? It might be about a hurt or a loss. It might be about a struggle that you are having with something. Or maybe even it's about an opportunity that is waiting for you. As I often do, I'm going to break this down into several parts. So let's start with understanding the fear, the roots or the cause of it, and then we'll move into reframing and healing. And then finally, my specialty, cultivating the calm for your own sense of comfort and confidence. So, first is understanding that fear. Think about when you feel overwhelmed or stressed, frustrated, or even angry. More often than not, when you get to the root of this and when you really dig into it, it's about fear. It's something that you're afraid of, especially during this time of year. Those feelings can be amplified by financial pressures, family expectations, feelings of inadequacy. And so, add to that then this political landscape and the social uncertainty and this feeling that is related to being uncentered and not grounded are just easily amplified. And then when you start to notice these emotions bubbling up, the stress, the frustration, the anger, the overwhelm, maybe not in the moment, like in the moment, let's just take a breath and let's just try to work through and let it pass. But then once you're through it, let's try this reflection. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of right now? What is at the heart of this stress or this anxiety? If it is a financial stress, is it because you and a partner aren't on the same page? Is it that the gift giving expectation is causing a strain? Are you expected to host a large get together and the expense is just too much? Or is it more along the lines of feeling used and abused or manipulated? Or lonely and underappreciated? Where is this coming from? Where is this feeling coming from? So write it down, scribble some pictures, whatever it is that you want to do. Don't worry about somebody finding it. You can burn it or tear it up when you're done so that people don't see what it is you have written down. Don't worry about it being messy. Let it be messy. Don't worry about the emotion that it brings up because we're going to work through that together. And then what you need to focus on here is just understanding and acknowledging. That is what's going to move you to the ability to reframe your mindset. So here's the mindset shift. Knowing what that fear is rooted in, what does peaceful prosperity mean to you? Is it about giving the perception of a perfect life, wealth, safety, stability, partnership, positive relationships? What is most important to you? It is probably about feeling safe, about feeling grounded, abundant in the values that are important to you. That all starts with trusting yourself, knowing that you are enough and that you have what you have right now is the foundation to create more and better. You'll need to shift your thoughts from things like, I'll never have enough, to I have what I need for today and more is coming. Or from what if I fail to this is a step forward in learning and growing. This mindset shift will work towards healing to continue, though you have to focus on small, consistent actions to take the values from earlier that you decided were important and implement small steps. Is it finances? Is it maybe starting with tracking? Is it loneliness? Is it relationships? Is it about prioritizing time with the people that you want to spend your time with and being honest about your feelings with those people? So you need to take the time and put some effort into that. And then we're going to cultivate the calm. So knowing that that fear causes you to isolate yourself or at least hide those parts of yourself, being open and more honest about it helps you to release the fear and the inadequacies. Talk to someone that you trust or a therapist to start making those small changes. Reflect on the power of your community. That support is so strong, and it can be as small as sharing an intention rather than laying your heart open for the entire world. Just sharing that intention creates a desire to follow through, and it creates some accountability. And then finally, it wouldn't be me talking at you if I didn't bring up the power of gratitude. This simple act, again, is so easy, but it changes everything. It rewires your brain to focus on what is positive rather than focusing on what is lacking or negative. You can start really small. Just think about one or two things that you appreciate. When you're ready, you expand that into telling somebody thank you, to expressing your appreciation for how someone makes you feel. When you start to create those outward expressions, the benefits are twofold. First, you make somebody else feel better and feel good about themselves, but it also impacts you, and you feel better and you feel good about yourself because that lights them up, which causes you to light up, which is just really amazing. So just make sure that in doing so, you're really genuine and that you're not just pulling off something for the fact of saying it, but that it really feels genuine. Okay, that was a lot. Just listening is not going to have the impact that you are looking for. You have to take the time to reflect. You have to remember that fear is natural, but it does not have to control you. Peaceful prosperity begins with healing fear, with trusting yourself, small and in steps and intentional practices that lead you to those profound shifts, and gratitude is a game changer. Peaceful prosperity, it is not about what you have or what you don't have. It's about knowing that you are safe, that you are loved, and that you are capable, no matter what challenges come your way. Here is the prayer that accompanies the Peaceful Prosperity Oracle card. Archangel Uriel, I am honored and open-hearted in your presence. I gratefully acknowledge the abundance, prosperity, sacred manifestation, and countless blessings that you bring for the greatest good of all. You support the embodiment of the divine light. I am ready and willing to receive your healing and guidance to fulfill my inner potential for the spiritual benefit of all beings. I trust you to hold and protect the sacred space for healing according to divine will. And so it is. You can use this meditation you can use the meditation that I released last week for the December meditation to support your efforts and your mental health in relation to this work. The link to that is in the notes. And then, as always, if you would like some additional support, book one of my one-on-one breathe and break free sessions. The link for that is also in the notes. It's on my webpage, www.drtanyab.com. And I have that priced super low for the holidays so that it is accessible to everyone and you can use me for the help that you need. So again, I am here to help you. I love you and I will see you soon.